So I was thinking about it today's video. I know we're in a pandemic right now and everybody is probably more worried about that. But I think it's a good idea right now that while we're there, while the crud is hitting the planetary fan right now on COVID and different things like that, I love the idea that people have come out and said none of the rich nations are getting their booster shots, their third jabs, until the poorest countries have been vaccinated, because they're the most vulnerable at the end of the day. So that was a wonderful piece of news that I read today. Why stop there? Now, I think with this pandemic that we're all in, it coming out of maybe, who knows, let's see. Anyway, let's push this on there. There we go. So I think that whilst we're there, why stop at the vaccination program? Let's do a little bit more. Now, okay, so here, we're going to draw a line here. And why we're going to do that is because we've got, let's say if we've got poor, I hate that word, and rich, I also hate that word just as much. Okay, and we've got rich countries here. So we've got the rich countries here and we've got the poor ones here, okay? And what I'm thinking, you see, I wrote this quite a few years ago, but I don't know, I'm gonna have to dig this up because I think it's on another account. Anyway, still, and so here's how it works. So I think that if most people say that we don't know how to bring these countries up to our level, we know how to get third world countries up on their feet. We've got the facilities to do it, but we just don't know how to do it. Right, okay, so there are several things that we're going to have to think about when, probably messing around with an economy like this. Okay, things that collapse economies, number one. Again, I've not researched this. This is my interpretation of it from looking into it, okay? Collapse an economy. Number one is throw money into it. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. If you want to collapse your economy really quickly, throw loads of money into it, and it will collapse. Okay, there's one. Number two is introduce a new country. Right, okay, so here, think about it, okay? So logically, we're on the world stage, okay? And we've got a lot of rich countries, let's say, that their people are fed, and yeah, okay, they might be poor within the country, but they still eat, they still got good, clean water, they have a health care system. Right, brilliant, lovely, moving on. So, and there are countries out there that don't have anything, nothing at all. Now, to bring one up will destabilize the economy. It's a fact, right? So if we have 27 countries that are rich, okay, and okay, they'll say, oh, but we print money, so it's easy. No, it doesn't work like that. And you've got, I don't know, let's do this with 3 and 6, okay? We've got 6 poor countries, but we've got 3 rich countries, okay? Now, if these 3 rich countries were to give their food and their money supplies over to this country, those rich countries will equally become poor again, because the food just will not be enough to go around. And you'll be like, yeah, there is, because we waste loads of food every year, and there's lots of food because of this. No, it doesn't work like that. There's a careful calculation. Now, number one, humans and nature, oh my God, we work hand in hand. Do you know, nature responds well to us, and when we start growing stuff, it produces more seeds for us to grow even more stuff. Why? Because nature and us, we walk hand in hand. Okay, they might be a separate life form to us, sure, okay, but at the end of the day, they know we're here. How? Well, they know our insides really well. They know that we breathe. They know that we like sweet stuff as well. That's why they make fruit. They know that once we've eaten their fruit, and it goes through our digestive tract, and we out the seed, let's say, we fertilize it. Now, isn't that weird that a life form with no eyes, no ears, that we know of, knows you and every human on the planet? And the same way that if you destroy nature, it will destroy you. If you help nature, it will look after you. It will feed you. It will clothe you. It will keep you warm. It will give you fuel. It will fix your health problems. And that's nature. So we must, as humans, understand this process, that we, with nature, it knows when we grow it, and it responds by producing more and more and more and more. So food problem will not be a problem, but it's always the case of how are we going to do this without bringing yourself in the mess that we were once in, okay? And that is the kicker. And that will kill an economy. If we just go straight ahead and do it like that, we'll kill the economy. So we're going to have to do this in a way that spreads like a wildfire, okay? Now here's a way we could do it. It's a possibility, okay? And it doesn't involve collapsing an economy. The economy will lift with it. Okay, so here's how it works. So if we have one poor country here, I'm not going to mention any continents. I'm going to make these all up as I go along, okay? All right, so we're going to, these poor countries are non-existent only in this document, okay? So then you're not pointing any fingers or at any country, rich or poor, okay? This is just an example to say we could do this like this, and it would actually benefit everybody all around, including the economy, including people all around the world, including, yeah, right, let's get on with it, shall we? So we've got a poor country here, we've got another one here, and let's say we've got our rich country here, rich country here. Okay. This country has no electric, no food, no water, and they have no buildings. Okay? That's it. They have practically nothing. Okay? That sounds so wrong that they have nothing. They do. Anyway, and this country has all of those things that these countries here have, all of those things that this country does not. Now, what we want to do with this is get these countries to where we're at, to where we are. We don't want to fall down and end up here. Why? Because that's no good for anybody. That takes us back in time. We don't want to go back in time. We want to go forward, and we want to keep on going. So here's how it works, and this is a possibility. So we don't do all the countries at once. We do one first, just one. Okay, and what we do is we go to this country here. Okay, and this country here, this country here, and this country here. Let's just put, this country is called UU, this country is called SSS, okay? And this country is called TTT, okay? Yeah, so we've got UUU, SSS, TTT, okay? Just in our imaginary. And then we've got the country over here that's going to be built. So we're going to call this one I, and I, okay? And this is the poor country, and these are the rich ones. So if the country from U sends food to this country sends tools, and this country, what do you think I would send? Building goods? Materials. So if we just put buildings, yeah, we'll just put that. Right, okay. And here's how it works. Now, this country puts in a percentage of this into this country. And each country has, I'm going to use this as a number just because it just makes it easier. So each company has a team of 6 engineers. Okay? So this country has 6 engineers, this one has 6 engineers, and this one has 6 engineers as well. So let's say we got like farmers, engineers, and builders all in here, and we're going to call it FEB for, you know, and all of them. Each and every country has these FEBs, okay? Yeah? So farming, you know, electric and building. So teams of 6. Now you can do teams of 20, 50, 80, 100. It doesn't matter. I'm just using 6 as a small number because it keeps it in your mind and it's a little bit easier to grasp the concept rather than using hundreds, okay? So I'm going to say that there will be 6 people from this country, 6 people from this country, and 6 people from this country. And they're all specialists in their field. So some of these groups of these people are really good farmers. Some of these people are really good at building houses, okay? Some 6 of the group. And then the other 6 of the group are really great at helping get you established, let's say. Then they go over here and pick 6 people, and then another 6 people, and another 6 people, okay, from this country to come and meet here. So now what we've got with this in these 2 groups is now we've got 2 teams, right? So we've got team number 1, which would be, here we go. Let's remove that because the permanent marker's blotched through. That will probably make it difficult to see. Right, so what we got here, so we've got the teams, and we got the 6 that come from the poor country, 6 each, so we've got 6 there. Then add another 6 of the people from that country, different parts, and then another 6, okay? And that's team B, okay? This here is team B, yeah? And then here is team A, which is from the rich countries. This one's from the poor countries, okay? And you've got your 6 there, 6 there, 6 there. These teams educate these teams how to build, how to farm, when to harvest, when to take the stuff. And at the same time, don't forget that each of these rich countries are sending supplies. So first off, this one's sending food to support all of these people here. Some of these are sending the tools, so food to eat and grow. Don't forget, we got to grow some food as well. So, you know, whilst food is being sent here, and it's only to keep these teams to a point where they can get their strength up. Nice. I would love to have caught that. Anyway, so they will be getting the food, and while they're eating this food, their energy levels are going to be building up, and we need their energy levels to build up on these teams, okay? And slowly but surely, as they start to build up, just going to pick that up, they're going to be taught and educated by the teams that have gone out to their country to teach them how to farm, teach them when to take the crops, teach them how to build the stuff, and remember, don't forget that we are sending them all of the supplies that they need for now over here, just to help them out. And because there's multiple countries that are rich, this won't dent your bank account. And the reason for it is because you're all sharing the burden to bring one country up at a time. Now wait, because this is not where, you know, I talk about collapsing the economy. Now we've got to think about that. So let's say that we move on and these become excellent. Right, okay, they're now growing food, and after the first year of us being there feeding them for the first year and growing their crops, they have now grown a massive amount of food. Lots and lots of food to sustain, quadruple this number of people in their country. So, after a year of us all working together like this, you know, pandemic's a perfect time to get this going. Why? Because we can do it. Might as well do it now while we're there. And what we can do at the same time of all of this food that they've managed to save up, all of it, they've got enough to support more people in their own country. Isn't that amazing? Well, it makes me want to cry, to be fair. It also gives me goosebumps. I swear all the hairs on my arms are standing up right now. Okay? Wow. And these people from the poor country, with all of this knowledge that they've now got from this team A taught team B, and now this team B can now teach team C of more people in their country who can now be sustained in this. That's more people to grow. That's more people to just connect with this world of wonderfulness. And this will just grow and grow and grow and grow. And eventually they'll be self-sustained. You know, team A can now leave. Why? They got it. They're now growing it all for themselves. They're now making enough seed to grow the next food. They're now making enough food to eat and sustain. And then by 4 years of this, and that's just with one country. Look, we just did this with one. We have one country, one snippet, one small bit. That's all they need is just one chance. One fucking chance to make it. One chance that we can give them. We can give them this chance. Why? Because it's the right thing to do, because we're human. That's why. That's what humans do. We look after nature and each other. That's what we do. We bring each other up. We bring each other together. Who cares? Man, woman, colour, race, who cares where you come from? Who cares what you are? We are human, yes? All the same. Right. And then this will grow and grow and grow and grow. And then they will build up. Okay? Now, here's the part I said about the economy, because, okay, you're going to say that there might be some debts to be repaid. No, there isn't, because here's a special bit. Now, let's say we don't have enough, I don't know, what are we going to use? Let's say, I'm just going to give an example. Let's talk about apples, because everybody knows apples, okay? Let's say that there was no apples, an apple shortage everywhere, okay? But the apples grew really well here, really well. I mean, like, oh my God, they could grow so many apples. It would be unbelievable, okay? Because of the climate, the country that they live in, the way that they're working, the fields and everything else, and the way that they are being able to produce a lot of apples, okay? Apples that all of us in this rich world didn't have enough of. Why? Because we just didn't have the climate for it, let's say. But now this, after 4 years, they've now started building a pile of apples. They were like, well, they don't eat apples, let's say. They don't like them, let's say. Why would they grow the apples? Here's why they grow the apples. Because when it comes to stepping out on the market and walking on the stage with the rich, it often helps if you have something to sell on the market. Rather than us going, here's $1 billion, and then we deplete our pot, and then it takes us X amount of years to catch back up again, and we can't go on to help other countries because it would just take too long this way. But this way frees it. And there is no money being put in the pot, okay? The money only gets put in the pot when they've got something to sell, when they've grown something that the rest of this world needs, or we haven't got enough of, or a new type of food, or a great food that tastes really good, and none of us have ever tasted it before. They now have something to trade with. And they now start building, they then start building their money based on what they're selling of these. And also, not only that, they can trade these foods with other foods that we have that they don't have, and we've got a lot of it, and we can trade it. We don't have to sell it. We can just swap the foods, and then they get a smaller pile of different foods that they haven't had. And again, this just keeps growing and growing and growing, and then 4 years turns into 8 years, and before you know it, you've got a country already up and running. Now, that was in 4 years, okay? That's in 4 years that this could be done. And then Team B could leave, and then maybe once we're there, we're still sending building supplies and stuff like that. Of course, yes, until we understand the land. Can we make a decent amount of mortar out of their country? What do they have in their country that we can use with our... this is what these engineers are going to be doing. I'm going to go out there and test the soil and see, actually, I can bind this together really well if I add this, and this. It's already found in your home country anyway. If you added all these ingredients together, you could make yourselves really nice houses. Here, this is how you do it. Like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Once they've learned that, As they're building and growing their food, they're building their houses from the materials that they're taking from the land, their own land, let's say. I don't know. I don't like this word, their own land, because it's our world. It's our universe. It's our life. No one owns it. It's ours. All of us. Belongs to us all. Everybody that's here has a right. So, in let's say the first year of doing this, and they start to build on their own. I mean, they take off. It's like lighting a firework. Whoosh, off it goes, and they become. Oh wow. Okay. Once they're stabilized enough after the year, Team A can now go and teach another 6 in now another country and do the same thing again. And what worked on this one, we apply it here to the next one. What didn't work here, we won't apply it to this next one, and it will be trial and error until we've tweaked it. And before you know it, after 18 years, after 18 wonderful years, this whole world, actually, I think we could do it in less than a decade, actually. I think 18 is a long way. I think in less than a decade, poor countries will be a thing of the past. Poor? Poverty? Impoverished? Thing of the past. Throw in an RV hospital here or there, in their country as well. We start building RV hospitals and use them for ourselves to get operations down in the pandemic and everything else. They will also double up really good if we were to send a mobile hospital over here. Okay, it might be old technology that we might be using, okay? Let's say like this then, for example. Let's say we build ourselves a load of mobile RVs and then we build another lot. Upgraded versions, those old ones can still go here. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with hand-me-downs. And I'll tell you that because coming from a life where I was given hand-me-downs, I loved it. I really didn't care. I loved it. It did me good. I got some use out of some old hand-me-down clothes. Anybody shopped in a charity shop before? Ever found any bargains in it? Yeah, exactly. So, it works just as well in our country, and it should be okay to use in other countries as well. Old tech can go over there if it works and it does a purpose. Okay, it might not be brilliant, but at the end of the day, I believe in this, that it's all got to start somewhere. And we can't go giving everybody brand new because I think that's where we will get a problem, I think. After 18 years and everybody's all brought up to speed, maybe, and just maybe, we would be able to start putting brand new technology in every country around the world. Do you get what I mean? So like as soon as a new heart machine comes out, let's say, we all get one. In 18 years, if the whole world gets one. The whole world gets building them. You see, at the end of the day, we've got to clean this planet up. It's not clean it up. We've got to have a hard, long look in a mirror. Take a look at ourselves. Take a look at what we've been doing. And we've got to say, enough's enough. And today is a time for change. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. I mean, I always look at it like this. Number one, in all the people who are uneducated, think of all the breakthroughs that are inside the minds of uneducated people. Think of all the breakthroughs that are inside the minds, waiting to be discovered by people who are uneducated. That's scary, isn't it? Isn't that scary? Isn't that scary? That a cancer cure that could be found, a cure for cancer. You never know that someone from one of these countries is the one you're looking for that will give you this cure. The more humans we educate and the more humans that we have up to speed, the more quicker, that is it, the more faster we are able to excel. We're able to move forwards together collectively as a whole earth. Together. Most people say, the problem with this world is it's too many people trying to control it. Actually, actually, I disagree. I disagree completely. I think the problem with this world is no one is controlling it. And that's the problem. You need someone controlling it. And you need someone to push you in a way, in a direction that we all need to be traveling in. And if you think it's about monetary gain and staying here and getting as rich as you can, I'm sorry, but that is man-made life for you. Man-made. Human-made. I don't know how that fits, but that has been put there in your head. You have had that put in there. That's not life. That's not a life. That's a lie. You can't take that with you. But I guarantee you one thing. You take these memories with you, though. And imagine if you could take those memories with you. What would you rather? Have memories where you helped as many people as possible achieve a type of status that we are all in, like comfortable living. You know, we could... man, douche. So I'm probably going to leave this video right here because I think that covers it. This really does cover it. I could not see another way of actually... I can't find another way of doing this any easier than this. And it's so easy. It's so easily done. You know, and then there's a thing about water. Okay, if you want water in some of these countries, then I have several, and I do mean several devices that would be able to do this. We could get it. I mean, it works here. So it's definitely going to work in another country that's surrounded by salt water if I can get it to work here in the UK. So water shouldn't be an issue no more, to be fair. So, and you won't need to go through all the cleaning that we've got. You know, the cleaning process of cleaning all the water that we use is a different process. It will already be clean. There will be no need to add any chemicals or anything to it. It would be straight up drink as soon as it was made. So there are a few devices, and I'm sure there are a few around the world as well that are able to do this. But yeah, I have a few that work. So that is enough for me. So this could go in really well with this. At the end of the day, I don't have money to go and build this, literally, for lots of people. And I couldn't see a way that anybody would pay me to build these because they're not getting any I don't know, maybe my way of it is satisfaction of being able to help people, and maybe some other people's satisfaction is money. And, you know, if we pass over and these memories come with you, you're going to have a time where you were thinking about all the times that you had money and now you don't have it if your memories came with you. I mean, that must drive you crazy. Really, that would drive me crazy to remember having money and that was it, only in life. Or have a load of memories where you helped as many people as possible. I mean, those memories are priceless. To me, they are. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Tell me, have I overlooked anything? Do you feel that this would help? Tell me. Would you, if you were given the opportunity to go and work in a third world country to build it up? I mean, I don't know if it's all humans or this is just a personal thing. I love building things. I love building things. And if you were able to have a chance to build a society for people who need it, deserve it, should already have it, then, you know, I think you will be on the same page as me, and this energy will just definitely just be, let's go. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm going to leave this video here, and yeah, I'm going to get on. So whatever you're doing, have a good one. Have a good day. Anyway, catch you later. Bye. Will you be there?